Hello, everybody. This is Phil Schneider with Why Do We Say That? And today, money. Where do we get our word money from? I did a episode a few days ago on broke, how the broke comes from the bench that they would do their business all would be broken when they were bankrupt. So, money. What about money? So, picture this, folks. Picture the eternal city of Rome with its 7 hills. You can't picture it? Well, think of it. There are traditionally 7 hills in Rome. There's actually 10, but the 7 are kind of in the center there. That's what the city came from. Well, Rome started as a little village. Well, actually, a lot of little villages on these hills, and then they kind of banded together. And as they went from little tiny inoffensive villages to this very, very powerful state, the places at the top of these hills was very desirable. And because they were the closest to the heavens, and therefore the proper place to build temples. Now, on the main one, the Capitoline Hill, they had the 3 main temples. They had Jupiter, the big guy, well, I'm in charge, and his wife, Juno, and Minerva. Now, I'm going to talk about Juno, not about that. Juno was, of course, the protectress of the entire state, but she was also the patroness of women, households, marriage, childbirth, especially since it was such a dangerous thing. All of these things, she was big, but she had a big job to do. And her temple was very beautiful. And you're probably asking yourself, what does this got to do with money, Phil? Be patient. So, they had a temple up there, and in the year, I'm trying that pause button. Anyway, she was a protectress. That was her name, Juno. And she also had a lot of priestesses that would perform the ceremonies to honor her and probably make the sacrifices. She also had a sacred flock of geese. Geese, you know those things that walk around and, okay, geese. I'm sure they were very well fed and pampered. Maybe they cut them open to read their inner. I don't know what they did with these geese, but in the year I think it was 390 BC, the Gauls, a couple of tribes of Gauls were trying to invade Rome. They had tried this before. Rome was rich. They wanted what Rome had, so they were sneaking in. They couldn't do it by frontal assault. They were sneaking up at night. This back of one of these hills happened to be the Capitoline Hill. And they were very successful, meaning they were very quiet. The dogs did not hear them. The guard dogs that the Romans used to warn themselves, they didn't hear them. But the geese heard them. Geese are very, they get easily startled, I'm told. There you go, money. And they put up a squawk about, woke up the defenders, and they managed barely to beat off these guys in time. So, Rome was very grateful. These geese had warned them, and so she acquired the name of Juno, moneta. Moneta in Latin, of course, means warning. Moneta, to warn, warning. Juno the warner. She's protecting us by warning us. So, that was well known. Still no connection with money yet. But then soon after that, when Rome was minting its coins, they would take the gold and silver. They put it in the safest place they could at the top of the hill, right next to the temple of Juno, the warner. And so they were making these coins. I'm sure it was a very big business, had to be, to melt the ore and press these coins. And people began associating Juno the warner with this thing here called, they didn't have a name for it. Then the name Warner became to be associated with this mint. We get the name money and mint from Juno the warner. Juno moneta. Moneta gave us both of those words. So if you're wondering, that's where it comes from. Money comes from those geese that squawked, woke up the cities, and graded. And by the way, the dogs were punished. The geese were rewarded, but apparently they tell me Plutarch says the dogs were punished for not waking up and doing their job. Money comes from moneta, Juno the Warner. Thanks a lot. This is Phil, and have a wonderful day.